install on my Jeep Gladiator. Will it ever be the same? Well, good morning everybody, and welcome back to Rob Motive JT. Today I am installing a sprint booster unit on my Jeep Gladiator. Now, if you're not familiar, what is a sprint booster? Well, first of all, it comes from a company called Sprint Booster by Mini Mania. Now, if you're interested in this, I'm gonna go ahead and give you the info now, early on. You can go to sprintboostersales.com and use discount code ROBMOTIVE for 10 bucks off. So what does it do? It eliminates throttle lag. Now, you might ask, well, why is that important? Well, you ever get in your truck, hit the gas, and it doesn't move right away, right? Takes a couple seconds, and then if it starts to go and it crawls off. This eliminates that. I recently put one in my Toyota Tacoma over there, and it became a different truck.
Oh my God!
The way it should have been out of the box. Now, I'm hoping to get the same results out of my Jeep Gladiator, so we're going to go ahead and install this, and then I'm going to do a little bit of a test to see what the difference is. But first, let's unbox this. I'll show you what's inside. Okay, let's take a look. First of all, it comes in this handy dandy little box here. Here's the part number in case you're looking for this specific one. It is for the Jeep Gladiator as well as, let's see, the Jeep Wrangler. But you can go to their site, again, sprintboostersales.com, use that discount code ROBMOTIVE and check it out for yourself. Now, let's go ahead, pop it open, see what's inside. First of all, we have a quick installation guide. And then we have a more in-depth guide, a user's guide. Of course, the control unit sits right on top. This is what you use to change the settings and whatnot. We'll get to that later. We have a zip tie and a little double-sided tape piece. That's to mount the unit if you choose to leave this on. And by the way, you don't have to. Once you get it set the way that you want it, you can unplug this from the control unit or the unit itself that's on the accelerator and stow it away somewhere. You don't even have to leave it connected. It will remember the settings. Next up, we have the actual unit itself, the brain here. This is what is going to plug into your accelerator. In other words, between the gas pedal and the wiring that goes into the truck. And that's it. So, what do we have to do to install it? Well, first of all, it's very important that you move your keys away from the vehicle so that it can't see them anymore, and then leave your door open for about, I would say, 15-20 minutes, something like that. That's what I've been doing. Now, the reason to do that is so that the CAN bus system can reset, turn off, so that when you turn it back on, everything is good. You won't get any check engine lights or anything weird like that. So let's go over to the truck, we'll crawl underneath there and put the Sprint Booster in. Okay, we're down here in the cockpit of the Jeep Gladiator, and where this unit plugs in is right here in between the pedal itself and the wiring for the Jeep. Now, one thing that I'm going to do a little differently this time is I'm just going to pull the accelerator, the gas pedal. It's pretty easy. There's one screw right there. You just pop that screw off and then the pedal will come right out. So it takes a, let's see, a T25 bit. So let's go ahead and unscrew that. It should be pretty easy. It's just to give me a little more room to work. You don't have to do this, but I figure, you know, why not make it as easy as possible? Let's go ahead and pop that out. Trying to keep my arms out of the way of the camera. Now, let's see if it just comes right out of there. It should. And there you go. It's just that easy. Okay, now that you've got the accelerator pedal hanging here, and again, it just goes back in like so. It's very simple to do. This is not complicated, and you just put the screw right back in there. So if you're worried about releasing this, it is not difficult. So once it's hanging down here, you want to pull this little red or burnt, what do you want to call this? Purple, red, it has blue lines across it on mine. You just want to pull it out. That will release the connector, and then we can go ahead and put the Sprint booster in between. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. Won't be able to show you that. My arms are going to be in the way. But it just pulls forward, and that's how it releases. Okay, I'll give you a shot of what it looks like. It just pulls out like so. You can see right there, and then pulls right out of the end of the unit itself. And now, since we have this separate, I can actually carry this over to the workbench and connect it right there. Okay, now, before we connect this up, there is a little switch here on the side of the control unit, and if you look at the back, you'll see AT and MT. That's automatic transmission and manual transmission. You want to make sure that you have it switched to what you have. In my case, my Gladiator is automatic, and it comes that way already. It's already switched to automatic, so I don't have to do anything else. And then, according to the directions, you want to go ahead and connect the controller up to the brains of the unit, what you're going to plug in to the accelerator itself. So we want to go ahead and just plug this in the back. Not rocket science, pretty easy to do. Let's go ahead and connect that up just like so. Make sure you've got it seated in there, which I do. There we go. And then you want to go ahead and plug the unit into the accelerator pedal. Now, the accelerator pedal sits in like this with that bolt hole down here, right? And if you're wondering which way it needs to go on, where you plugged in, or the plugged in area, should be on this side. So the side opposite of where the bolt goes through that you took out. So it goes right over the top, just like so, and then push it down until you hear a click, just like that. Now we're ready to go back over to the truck and plug the wiring harness into the top of the Sprint booster, the next step. Okay, back in the cockpit of the Gladiator, you can see where I have it sitting. It's going to plug in just like so, just like that, and then we'll push the little purple or red, whatever you want to call this piece, back in to snug everything up. And then put that bolt back in up here, the screw, and that's it. That's the complete install. So let me go ahead and do that, and then we'll get the pedal back where it's supposed to be. There you go. And a note for you, you set it on top, just get it snug, and then pushing this end back in here actually pulls it down onto the unit itself. So just be aware of that. That's how it works. Pretty simple. So now let me go ahead and get it bolted back up here, and then we're going to give it a test, see what it feels like. Okay, I'm bringing you guys along. First ride, first start. I have not started it up yet, so we're going to do that now. Make sure we don't see any check engine lights or anything. I fully don't expect to. Here we go. All right, we've started up. Everything looks copacetic. I'll point you guys around so you can see the dash. Okay, you can see right there, we have the lights, the brake, and the seatbelt sign. That's it. All right, I'm gonna go to my favorite testing spot. I have not moved the truck. We're still sitting in my garage. The unit is off, you can see right there. So until we get to where I wanna be, I'm on OEM setup. Here we go. I have reached my destination. We're stopped. The unit is still off. You can see right there. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, and for comparison's sake as to what I felt in the Toyota Tacoma, I'm going to set it at Red 5 or Race 5, because that's what I did with the Tacoma, because I want to see what it feels like. So to do that, you just push the center button right here to get to the right mode, and it comes up Sport 5. You can see that because it's green. I don't know if the camera's washing it out. There you go. Green, and it's actually at Sport 5. So I'm going to go ahead, push that center button again. And now we're on Race 5. You can see right there. So we're going to go ahead and take off. Let's see what happens. You know, the Gladiator is not particularly slow to begin with. I mean, it has pretty good off-the-line speed. But this makes it jump in just a little bit more fun. Now, for kicks, I'm gonna go to Sport 5. Let's go ahead and do that. This is just amazing. To do that, we have to push that center button again. So we're going to go to off, which it is now. Then we're going to push it one more time. Oops, I hit it twice. One more time, I should say. And then we're going to be at Sport 5, which we're on right there. One thing I want to note, you never want to change this while you're accelerating. While your foot is on the gas pedal, do not do that. So I'm on Sport 5. See what it feels like. Definitely can tell a difference. It's not as snappy as it was on Race 5. Still, I think a little bit of an improvement over what it had before. Again, keeping in mind that the Jeep Gladiator is no slouch to begin with. This just makes it even better. Now, let's get across the street on my little course here. And I'm going to go to, Sport 9. And then we're going to try the Big Daddy, which is Race 9. So to do that, just push the arrow, the one that's on the right, over to 9. And right there you can see it's on green 9 or Sport 9. Let's try it out. Just incrementally better. That's the way it works. Wow. Awesome. Now, I'm going to stop here. And you notice I'm just doing these short little runs because this is a throttle lag eliminator. So when you hit the gas, you get more gas, right? So it's not like it increases horsepower or anything. So I don't need to run it at 110 mile an hour or something, you know? So let's go to race. Again, hitting the button one more time and it sets at 5. I'm gonna push it to 9. Okay, we're all the way up. The highest setting I can go on, which is Race 9, or what I like to call Red 9. Let's see what it feels like. Awesome. It's awesome. Is it as profound as it was in the Tacoma? It's close, but if I'm being honest, I'm going to say no, it's not quite as profound as it was in the Tacoma. But the Tacoma is such a dog. You know, if you've got a Tacoma or any other vehicle, it doesn't have to be a Tacoma or a Gladiator. They have many of these for different makes and models. You should definitely look into this because it will solve your problem. All right, we're still in Race 9. I think I had a little bit of a peel out there. Coolio, buddy and budettes. Now, I'm going to go back because I want to feel it again. I'm going to go back down to Race 5 because that's where I run my Tacoma. So to do that, just hit the arrow on the left. And we're at Race 5. You can see right there, hopefully. So let's try that. You can hear that cold air intake, baby. Gotta love it. Awesome. What can I say? Such a simple device as far as the installation goes and all that good stuff. It's easy to do. You guys saw. And just make sure you do it right. Follow the directions. Okay, there you have it. I went out, played around a little bit. I probably will run mine on Race 5. For some reason, that just seems to be the setting for me. It's going to vary depending on how sensitive you are and all that stuff, but seems to be a great place to have it for me. Anyway, leave a comment. If you've put one of these on your Jeep, I'd be curious to know, what did you think of it? And even other brands, I'd be curious to know what your results were. Also, real quick, don't forget, if you're interested in this unit, there is a link down below, sprintboostersales.com, and you can use discount code ROBMOTIVE for 10 bucks off your order. Check it out. Don't forget, I do have 2 additional channels, Rob Motive, all about my 2020 Toyota Tacoma with the Sprint Booster installed. And Rob Motive FST about my 2021 Toyota Tundra with a Sprint Booster coming soon. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay fast out there. Bye.